Alright, so now we're on our last skill builder for the drawing station, and we'll be using a graphite pencil for this entire paper. You're going to need a ruler for the top box, you're going to need a compass for the middle box, and the bottom two boxes you're going to need a paper towel or your finger. It's up to you, whichever you prefer. So I'm going to zoom in. Okay, so in this first box we're going to use our ruler to create a horizon line and converging lines. So horizon line is the line that separates the ground from the sky, and it's also a horizontal line, which means that it goes side to side. So you're going to draw a horizontal line or horizon line going across this long skinny rectangle, and then somewhere near the middle you're going to want to put a little tiny X. And this is going to help you to create your converging lines, lines that get closer together as they go back into space, converge on each other, run into each other. So you're going to use your ruler. I put my pencil on the vanishing point, put my ruler against my pencil, and scoop the other side of my ruler over to the left side of the box. And then I'm going to draw a straight line, straight from that vanishing point to the bottom edge of the box. I'm going to do that again, put my pencil on the point, turn my ruler, draw another line. It says converging lines, so I would say you need to do probably 3 or 4 at least, all reaching this vanishing point. Also, an important aspect of this drawing is to have a sharpened pencil. If you have a dull pencil, you can't make it meet the vanishing point, and then you get very frustrated because your lines aren't meeting. The lines should not cross over each other or touch each other before they reach this point. So having a sharp pencil to put on that point and then draw from creates that expectation. So here I have 4 converging lines going closer and closer and closer until they run into each other, and they run into each other on the horizon line. And so this creates the illusion that these items down at the bottom of the rectangle are big, and as they get further away and closer to the horizon line, they get smaller, and so that creates the illusion of space. Okay, so now on the middle part of the paper, you're going to use a compass to create small, medium, and large circles. And you also want to have 2 areas of overlapping circles. So here is our compass, and you may not have worked with one of these before. So we have some circles here that you could trace just as is, where you would hold the white plastic in place, hold that down firmly, and trace neatly these circles that are already here. But I want you to do more than that. So remember, it says small, medium, and large. So what you're going to do is, the first and easiest way to use this compass is to hold the orange arm, and then there are small dots inside this white circle. You need a nice sharp pencil. Put your pencil in one of those dots, and then you just spin it around, and that creates a nice medium circle. So let me show you that one more time. And remember, you need to have some overlapping, so I'm going to do another one right here. So the easiest way is to hold the orange arm, put your pencil in one of these small holes. There are 8, so pick any one that you want. The holes that are closer to this brass center, it will be smaller. The holes that are further away from the brass center will be bigger. And then you just spin it around with your nice sharp pencil in that point. So now I've created some small and some medium circles, and I have some overlapping, but remember that it requires small, medium, and large. So now this is going to be the more difficult. You're going to be using this arm to draw your circles, and you're going to have to hold down this brass center. So you're going to take, like I'm right-handed, so I'm going to take my hand that's not holding the pencil and hold that brass ring, the brass center, down so it doesn't move, and then I put my nice sharp pencil in one of these holes, and I'm going to put it close to the circle. The further out I go, the circles can be really, really big, so I'm going to keep them close. You're going to put your pencil in one of these holes on the arm, the orange arm of the compass, and you're going to spin around. When you get to your finger, like I'm at my finger now with my pencil, I have to put my pencil on the other side of my finger, reach down, get it back in that hole, and bring it back around to touch. and it needs to touch. I mean, if you have a small tail there, I will cut you a break, but if you are making circles that look like this, and the tails aren't even coming close, you're going to have to erase and do another one. Remember, you need large, medium, and small circles, and you need to have some overlapping. So I do have overlapping in 2 areas, so this could be good enough, but the circles really don't fill the paper. So I'm going to show you one more time how to use the orange arm. So what might be better is if you start close to your finger on one side, put your pencil in the hole, trace, spin around. When you get to your finger, when you get the pencil to your finger, pick up the pencil, go under your finger, back to that hole you started at, and then finish the circle. Okay? And so that's how you use a compass. And I do and will expect these to look like circles and not wonky shapes. Alright, and so to finish off your graphite drawing skill builder, this bottom box you need to shade light to dark, showing a value scale, and then you're going to create the illusion of form with graphite here. So it says I can use a paper towel or my finger to create a value scale in the illusion of form. So what that means is that you're just going to be smearing the graphite to make it less of like a clear end from light, medium, and dark. So I'm shading lightly, then I'm getting and pressing harder, more pressure for medium, and then finally the darkest value. And then right now it kind of looks stripy. So I want to continue to add more graphite to my paper. And then I can use my finger and I can smear it if I press hard. And you might be able to see how that totally changed and smears those pencil lines and makes it more of a gradual change. And you're going to get graphite on your fingers. So if you don't want to get your hands messy, then you would get a paper towel. I don't have a paper towel, so I'm going to use a tissue. I don't want you to use a tissue. But if you would get a paper towel, wrap it around your finger, and you could smear with that instead of getting graphite on your finger. And then you're going to be shading this with the illusion of space like you see here. So this is difficult. Again, we did this with the color pencil, but now we're going to do it with graphite. So I kind of start with an ovalish shape for the highlighted area, and then I come back and do curved lines, the same kind of curved direction as in the example here. And then I'm going to add more value, more graphite around the outer edge to make a dark value. And then add some more here, but lightening my pressure to make a medium value. And then again smearing. So I'm going to smear in a circle. And that kind of got rid of my highlighted area a little bit, so I could come back with my eraser and try to erase a little bit of that smeared graphite in that area to get that highlighted area. I need to probably darken up the edge here a little bit more, but for the most part I have my light, medium, and dark values here showing the illusion of form.